Hey, what's up, guys? Representative Live Sports. I'm back. This is my other video. This is another MVP discussion video. I think as much as I don't like that there's a discussion for it, I think of all this stuff in fun. I don't look to criticize people. Everybody should have their own opinions. That's what I think is fun about this, is that we all have our own opinions. We all express them differently. Some very, rudely and, very vulgar. And then some like me who I tend to have fun with it and I see other points of view. My thing is that people keep putting, the death of Kobe into LeBron's case for MVP, which I don't think is right. Kobe, I mean, I don't think you can use somebody's death as a case for as a case for somebody to deserve an accolade. Everybody was affected by Kobe's death. Even though Kobe was a Laker, LeBron is a Laker, AD is a Laker, I understand that point of it. I see what people are saying, but that doesn't mean he was the only one affected. You know, Players across the league were affected by Kobe because Kobe knew them. Kobe was a huge inspiration to kids, ages all around the world. So, LeBron, just because he's a Laker, that's not a good argument for me. So, I think that point is a bit disrespectful to, Kobe. And then there's the age argument where LeBron's 35 in his 17th year playing excellent basketball. I will say he's playing excellent basketball. Um, he has been great. I wouldn't say he's necessarily dominant. Even though you can say he has been dominant, I wouldn't say he's dominating the West. I think he's been great against the West this year because he has more help. The team is built around him more this year. To me, every successful LeBron team has the same type of role players, guys who shoot threes. You have some perimeter defenders. You have different guys who come off the bench and rebound, and guys that just make shots. They don't really have a J.R. Smith type of player, but they could easily go get him off the streets and sign him to a deal. So then it would just really be like every LeBron team for sure. So this is no different. But I think when you're talking about MVP, most valuable player, I really think Giannis to me, has the best case. And we talk about stories. They talk about narratives in the media. And then I heard Kendrick Perkins, who was on Get Up a couple days ago, he talked about we should roll out the red carpet and roses for LeBron. No, we shouldn't. We should stop with this East is weak narrative. The East is stronger than it was with LeBron. And even then, the West was better because there's more young talent. And the East, to me, was older when LeBron was playing. So there's a difference. When LeBron was in the East was older. So LeBron's teams, to me, were younger. He had younger guys around him. Not like guys in their mid 20s, but guys in their later 20s or early 30s that were just veterans of the game that he played with. So to me, he had that with, slightly more athletic guys on his team, but he had more smarter guys. LeBron loves to play with guys who have high basketball IQ. So there's that aspect of it. And then you have, you know, rolling out the red carpet and roses. This is not a lifetime achievement award. People keep saying that we rob LeBron of multiple MVPs every year. LeBron won 4 MVPs in 5 years. And LeBron won 2 championships during two of his last 2 MVP years. He won 2 championships, won 2 Finals MVPs during those 2 seasons, which were great years. His 2 Miami MVPs were some of my favorite LeBron, seasons because he was just excellent during those years with D Wade and Chris Bosh. Those teams were awesome. But the 7 years after that, KD during 13-14 was putting on a show without, Russell Westbrook on the Thunder. Like, to me, KD deserved that MVP. You can't take that away from KD. Then after that, the year after, Steph Curry really ascended into stardom and he took the Warriors to a championship, albeit they won without really a healthy Cavalier squad. But to me, that's really not the point. The point is that Steph Curry still took his team to a championship. Next year after, Steph Curry really took off and became a top 5, top 3 NBA player in the league when he knocked down 402 threes and was just that season the best regular season player in the league. Now the finals rolled around and he didn't win. He didn't have his greatest series, but Steph Curry deserved that MVP. The year after, Russell Westbrook averages a triple double, and he proceeded to do it 3 years in a row, which I think after he did that, we started to undervalue it, which you shouldn't, because averaging a triple double is hard. So I think if we're gonna be honest, either Russell Westbrook or James Harden deserve that MVP for the way they played in the West that season. And I don't really want to put the West into account. They were just playing extremely great basketball. Even though I will say LeBron was averaging 26, 8, and 8 during the 2016-2017 season. Then 2017-2018, James Harden leads the Rockets to the best record in the NBA. 65 and 17. They went on a 17-game winning streak. I mean, he was just dominant that year. So, and LeBron was averaging, I think he was averaging 27, 9, and 8. Great year for LeBron. But I think James Harden was the best player on the best team. If you look at the Rockets, and I'm going to say this right now, if you look at all those teams, and then you look at LeBron's team in the East, would the Cavs without LeBron be great? No. But would those teams in the West be how great they were without their MVPs those years? I don't think so. That Thunder team with KD, they'd probably be a lottery team because guess what? Russell Westbrook was out for a lot of that year. Steph Curry with the Warriors, if he didn't play a majority of those 2 years, we don't really know what the Warriors would have been. We don't really know if their dynasty would have happened if Steph Curry wasn't playing. We don't know what the Thunder would have been bad without Russell Westbrook, period. Because him averaging triple-doubles helped that team win. So, I mean, yes, LeBron, if you're really going to be honest, is he the most valuable player? Yes. Because I will say this, as great as LeBron is, he always seems to be around players that a lot of them are just majority role players that he just hits in the corner for threes or hits in transition for threes. He's always in the post, backing down and hitting guys in the corner when he's double teamed in the post for threes. I mean, he's a great passer and he's very creative, but a lot of that, I see the same kind of creation variance with LeBron. But he's still great. I'm not going to say that. He's still one of the greatest scorers of all time. But I mean, in the case they're trying to make against Giannis, there's a 6-point differential, +6 when Giannis is off the court, and they're a +11 point something when Giannis is on the court. Are you really going to tell me that the Milwaukee Bucks would be as great as they are without Giannis Antetokounmpo? No. Because Giannis is sitting out fourth quarters. He's literally sitting out fourth quarters. That's how dominant he is through the first 3 quarters. So stop this argument that the Bucks are better, are still good without him. If he's not playing those other 3 quarters, if he's not on the Bucks, they just have Chris Middleton and they have a collection of good players in Eric Bledsoe and Brook Lopez, but that team is not the same without Giannis Antetokounmpo. We're talking about the most valuable player. Giannis is dominating in 3 quarters and being able to sit out in fourth quarters. Same with what Steph Curry was doing his 2 MVP years. Steph Curry was sitting out fourth quarters. To me, that is the definition of valuable. You are dominating the game so much that your team doesn't even have to play you in the fourth quarter. Are you kidding me? That's how dominant he has been this year. Giannis averaging 30, almost 14 rebounds and 6 assists, bro. And he's one of the leading candidates for Defensive Player of the Year. I think it should go to Anthony Davis because Anthony Davis, I think he's been robbed of Defensive Player of the Year multiple times. I'll be honest with you. But man, he's one of, like, why are we even doing this? We can't, I don't want to put age into a factor here. Because as great as LeBron is in year 17, and we have never seen this before, Giannis is doing this at a young age. Giannis is dominating the game in 3 quarters. This is just crazy, man. LeBron should be in the race, but we should stop making it out like it's super close. I mean, I really, it's hard to process. He's literally sitting out fourth quarters. I mean, what else is there? I don't think there's anything else you can really say that actually makes sense. If you're sitting out fourth quarters because your team is dominant, that's just crazy. And that whole 6 plus 6 point differential, you can't really, to me, that really isn't really a factor because we don't really know how good they are in multiple game stretches without him. They're 5-1 without Giannis. That's only a 6-game sample size. That's a 6-game sample size. And all that really means is this team is built around Giannis to succeed. We don't know what they are without Giannis, really, because it's a small sample size. So, to me, this age thing for LeBron, I don't really take it into account. I don't think it's fair. And I think Giannis is definitely the MVP. It is between him and LeBron, but this race is not as close as the media wants it to seem to be. It is not that close. Giannis he's just on a different level. He's been in the slump the past 2 games. He didn't shoot great last night against I can't remember the team they played, but they did blow that team out last night as well. So, look, man, it's Giannis's MVP. I'm not trying to discount LeBron. LeBron's one of my favorite players, but it's Giannis. And I've enjoyed watching Giannis play. I mean, this whole MVP race has made me like watch Giannis more, analyze his game more, and see the things that he's doing more. So, but that's really it. Thank you guys for listening. Again, I always tell you guys, just let me know what you guys think in the comments. I appreciate you guys for watching and listening, and I will see you guys in my next video.